All right, so this is just a quick review of fractions. Many of you have been asking about that, so let's do the first problem of the study guide together. We have n minus 2/5 equals 2/9. So ask yourself what's happening to the variable n, and we're subtracting 2/5. So to get n by itself, we need to add 2/5 to both sides. So I'm going to add 2/5 to the left side, and I'll add 2/5 to the right side. Now here, that's going to be a big fat 0, so all we have left is n on the left side. But then to add fractions, we need a common denominator. So right now we're looking at these denominators. Those are not the same, so we need to think about, well, what's the least common multiple of 9 and 5? So remember, multiples of 9 are like, if you count by nines, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, and so on, right? And multiples of 5, or when you count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on, you'll find that the least common multiple of those two numbers is 45. It's actually just 9 times 5 in this case. So what we're going to do next is we'll take the 2/9 and we're going to multiply it by a big fat 1, a version of 1. Hopefully you agree with me that if you multiply a number like 2/9 by 1, it stays the same, right? Even if it looks different. So I'm going to write 1 as 5/5 because that'll get me my common denominator. That'll get me a version of 2/9 that happens to have a denominator of 45. And then I'm going to do the same thing with that 2/5 that was there. I'm going to multiply that by a big fat 1. But it's going to be a different version of 1. It's going to be the same number in the numerator and denominator, but it'll be a number that makes the denominator 45, and it's going to be 9. If I multiply, remember, 9/9, that's just 1. I'm not changing the value of 2/5. I'm just changing the way it appears, the way it looks. So 2/9 times 5/5 is going to be 10/45. And 2/5 times 9/9 is going to be 18/45. That's still just n. So now we can add across. Remember, when you add fractions that have a common denominator, the denominator stays the same. You add the numerators. 10 plus 18 is 28. And that's your answer. Now, you might be saying, hey, I really don't like fractions. I understand that I should get a common denominator, but I really don't want to do that. Well, I have good news for you. Let's delete all of this. Just remember our answer was 28/45, okay? Let's delete that. And I'm going to show you a really cool strategy. It's called fraction busting. And it should get rid of the fractions at the very beginning so that you don't have to deal with them later and get a common denominator. Now, we're still going to look at the denominators, and we have to find out what the least common multiple of all the denominators is. So in this case, the denominators are 5 and 9, and we just said the least common multiple of 5 and 9 is 45. We need to know that because that's what we need to multiply both sides of the equation by. So remember, the left side of our original equation is n minus 2/5. And the right side of our equation is the fraction 2/9. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the left side of the equation by 45, and we can only do that if we multiply the right side of the equation by 45 as well. Now, when you multiply the left side of the equation, since there was two terms, we need to distribute that 45. 45 times n is 45n, and 45, remember that's 45/1. If you forgot your fraction rules, when you multiply, you just multiply the numerators and the denominators separately. So 45 times 2 is 90, and 1 times 5, the denominators, the product of that is 5. Same thing on the right side. 45 over 1 times 2 over 9 is going to end up being 90 over 9. And the cool thing about this is we've broken the fractions. We've fraction busted because even though they look like fractions now, those fractions reduce to whole numbers. We still have the 45n there minus this 90 divided by 5, 90 over 5. 90 divided by 5 is 18. And 90 divided by 9 is 10. Now we have an equation. We've successfully fraction busted. There's no fractions in this. That's all whole numbers. So if you like working with whole numbers, this might be the strategy for you. We still need to solve for n, so let's add 18 to both sides. We'll get 45n is equal to 28. And if you divide both sides by 45, you're going to get the same answer we got the first time around, 28 over 45. You don't have to know both ways. You don't have to show me both ways. Just pick one, whichever works for you. If you have any questions, just let me know.